Um, had a pretty long day. Um, Worked almost all day. Came home, did some exercise, and got some running in, and here we are. This review. So yeah, I'm doing this because I'm dedicated to getting these reviews out to you guys. So without further ado, as you can see, we've got a really nice box here. This packaging is actually really cool, and I actually really like this package compared to some of the other packages we get with NECA toys because you can actually open this box, close it, take the figure out, put the figure back in if you want to. So that's a big plus, and I've actually never really seen any boxes that came to us from NECA where you can actually do that, except for probably the 7-inch Christopher Reeve Superman box. Um, yeah, so as you can see, we got the Jason Lives poster art here on the front of the box. We got his mask with some light shining through. We got his tombstone, which is actually a really nice piece that they included with the figure. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a sec. We got Friday the 13th, part Roman numeral 6 down at the bottom. Friday the 13th, Jason Lives, part 6 on that side. Same thing on the other side with the Jason Voorhees tombstone down at the bottom. As you can see, it's brought to us from NECA Real Toys by way of Real Toys. Pretty much same thing on the other side. And if you look on the back, we get a nice read up. It basically says the same thing that it says about the movie. Like if you go look up the movie, pretty much says the same thing there. But if you want to read that, you can pause it now and read it. We get a nice image of the figure there. We got Jason's mask over on this side. We got him holding a piece of a fence. We got his destroyed face. Looks like the maggots have really got to him. And we got his headstone. And we got a bunch of maggots around there. Alright, so without further ado, let's crack this thing open. Alright guys, so I got the figure out of the box, but before I show off the figure, I want to show off the background. This is the background from inside the box, and it's really dope what they did, if you guys can see. So basically what that is the inside of a coffin. As you can see, I got some dirt in there. We got some spider webs, and if you've seen the movie, you know that Jason had spider webs all over him once the lightning hit him, and you know he woke back up and he was alive again. Got some worms in there and some maggots, and it's just dirt leaves. It's just disgusting, and it's pretty nice that they added that kind of like a little diorama, if you will. And speaking of coffins, I actually wanted to point out that I bought this little coffin casket here to put the figure in. So that's why I'm going to be displaying my figure in. And one of the reasons is because he came out of one in a movie, and he has this. It's his headstone, so it's pretty cool. So without further ado, voila, drum roll please. So there are two versions of this figure. There's this one, which is pretty much, you know, he has the plastic outfit on. And we also get one that has soft goods, the soft goods outfit. And I mean, I would have liked to get the soft goods Jason, but you know, whatever. I ended up getting this one. This was cool too. So, just to look at the figure now, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie. If you haven't, I would suggest you go check it out. Um, when he rose from the dead or the grave, he stole a utility belt, and it had like wires and had a pouch for a knife, or a sheath for a knife, and a sheath for his machete, and it's just a straight up utility belt. And Jason killed somebody and took it because that's what he does. He kills people and takes their things. He also took some utility gloves too. And he actually wears this stuff in the movie. Like, no BS. He wears this stuff in the movie. As you can, get a good look at the figure, you can see that he's clearly movie accurate with the way that they have his skin. It's green and brown. It looks dirty. It looks like it's got algae all over it. His shirt has got blood on it, just a little bit. And of course, you got the dirty gloves. And I like the gloss that they added to his skin on his arms. Looks wet. Looks like he's been underwater for years. And if you can see, he actually has bullet holes in his chest, bullet holes and stab holes, because people have tried to kill Jason for years and they never can. So yeah, that's why he would have those. And he has these khaki pants on with blood on them. Like the blood, it looks like it's been on there for a while. They used a lighter red paint to make it look like it's stained in his pants. As you can see, we got some wear and tear at the bottom. And of course, his boots he wears. There's a look at the back of the figure. Okay. And his mask is removable. You could actually, I didn't open the box where you could see him displayed in the window, but yeah, he doesn't have his mask on in the box. So yeah, I put that on so I can show you guys what he actually looks like. And drum roll. Oh wait, before I take the mask off, I do want to point out this is the second Jason figure that I have. I think the first one is either from Friday the 13th part 1 or part 2. It was the one where he got the axe put through his head at the end. I can't remember which one that was. If you guys can remember, or if you guys know, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. But yeah, his eyes are actually blacked out, so you can't see his actual eyes underneath. I thought that was pretty cool. Some people don't like it, but I mean, it's okay to me. His eyes are really the only holes on the mask that's blacked out. But yeah, for that face only a mother could love, and I honestly don't think a mother would love her son if he was this hideous. But drum roll, please. Jesus Christ, look at that mug. Man, they put a lot of detail into this face. As you can see, he has been laying in the ground and the maggots have been eating at his flesh for years. Man, look at that. They paid tremendous attention to detail. As you can see, his nose and mouth are pretty much gone. There we go. The focus in. And one of his eyes are gone too. And it looks like we got a little web in there. And so we got some flesh missing there. Part of his skull. Right up there where he got that infamous axe put through his head. And on the back. Oh man, that's gross. That's gross. Jason, my friend, you are hideous. You are very hideous. But I'm gonna show off your accessories. But while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and put this mask back on that beautiful face of yours. Alright, so he gets an extra hand, and this is pretty much for holding the fence, because he can actually hold it with two hands. And you'll see what I mean. It's actually, I don't know if you saw it on the box when I showed you, but I'm talking about that right there. He can hold it like that. So I'm guessing that that's what that hand's for. He gets, of course, his hunting knife, and you can store both the knife and his infamous machete in the sheaths. So that's pretty cool. They're both pretty much the same. We got nice gray metal plastic paint. The decal on the handle doesn't go all the way around. I don't know how accurate that is. Me personally, I don't think that's very accurate. I think that's just them being lazy for whatever reason. NECA normally nails those small details, but they didn't really execute on his machete for whatever reason. But they did on the hunting knife, though. It's basically just gray plastic with the black handle, the handle painted black, and the little silver tip there on the tip of it, so that's nice. And he also comes with a piece of a fence. I can attest that he does use this in the movie. That's the top half, and this is the bottom half. You can see it's been ripped from the actual fence, the pole, and you can snap these two together, these two pieces. It basically extends from the hole. That's pretty cool. And last but not least, one of the coolest accessories that he comes with, and one that I'd already shown in the video, is his headstone. His tombstone obviously reads his name, Jason Voorhees. See, we got some nice dry brushes, pretty much. Excuse me. It's pretty much just a chunk of gray plastic. We got some crack on the back, some crack. We got some cracking on the back. That's pretty dope. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, we got some nice dry brushing, and this is a solid piece of. Oh man, that's solid. You could probably hurt somebody if you threw that at them. But it looks like it has some wear on it. That's nice that they paid real close attention to detail on this one. NECA does that, and that's one of the reasons why I buy so many figures that they make. Like I mentioned in one of my other videos, I buy these figures like NECA, Hasbro, like those guys that don't send me figures to review. I review these figures for the people who collect them, and I give them my honest opinion on them. So they would take my advice and go get or not go get whatever figure it is that I'm reviewing. So yeah, just honest feedback, man. But yeah, I like the attention to detail. Um, his name is carved in there. It looks like we got some green. Thought that was a worm, but it's not a worm. I guess that's like where it rains on stone and it gets wet and it starts changing colors. I'm guessing that that's what that is. So, yep, that's that. Now we're gonna go over the articulation. Jason's head is on a ball joint, so he looks down that much. He looks up that much. I don't know if he has an ab crunch because, I mean, you can't. I think he might though. I think I feel something there, but he can't crunch down really. As the ball joint in the shoulders, he can move his arms out that much. He can do a full rotation. His joints are kind of stiff. Single jointed elbow, wrist pivot and swivel. He can move his waist. These might get in the way a little bit. And I noticed when I took him out of the packaging, when I took him out of his package, his legs were kind of wobbly. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that because you can't really stand him up straight. Oh, well, I guess you can, but he probably won't stay standing very long. So I just, had mine kind of slouching like that. He can move his legs apart that much. This is soft. I think this is soft material here. So that doesn't really get in the way of him moving his legs too much. He can kick forward that much. Again, soft material. Good job, NECA. Back that much, which is not very good. Single joint the knee, so he can put his knee up about that much. Looks like he's about to punt a ball or something. And no real pivot. Well, he has a pivot, but his pants, the bottom of his pants does get in the way a bit. And he has a swivel. And that's pretty much it for the articulation for Jason. Yeah, I mean, so my honest opinion on this figure, sorry about that, I had to kind of adjust my camera. Honest opinion on this figure, I like it. There are some things I don't like about it. Like, for example, I don't like the fact that the utility belt that he's wearing is sculpted on. I would have much rather preferred that to be a separate piece, but it's not. I think he should be a little more dirty and worn, because we're going on movie accuracy, and he was definitely dirty. He was definitely very worn in that movie. I like the face sculpt. I like what they did with his decaying skin. That was done, executed very nicely. His shoes look pretty much new. They're not dirty enough. Which, I mean, I already touched on that, but yeah, I mean, I feel like they should have a little more dirt and blood and all that stuff on them, because he's a mass murderer. He's a psychopathic killer, and he gets blood all over his clothes and stuff. What else was it? Yeah, so his legs are very wobbly, and that's pretty much my opinion on the figure. I mean, if I was gonna rate the figure, I would give Jason about a 7. Yeah, like I said, I have another one, and his legs aren't really wobbly. He's got a lot more blood all over him. And I mean, those clothes don't look dirty enough to me. But I mean, it's definitely a figure that I'm proud to have, proud to add to my collection. Um, as I said, it's close to Halloween, so I figured, what the heck? Let's get this Jason Voorhees review out here for the viewers. The figure kingaholics, if you will. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Comment if you feel the need to comment. Give this video a thumbs up, and most importantly, subscribe to the Figure King, or Jason will come for you. Happy Halloween. Peace. And another thing, I don't like these pegs. They are too freaking small. I was taking his hand off to put on his machete holding hand. And that peg and that hole is very small. Let's see if I can get it pegged in there without breaking it. Yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully that's it. But yeah, if you guys are wondering how he looked inside of that casket that I bought to put him in, he actually fits in there pretty well. Put him in there, and there he is. Close it up, lock it, bam. R.I.P. Jason. Peace, Figure Kingaholics.